You're here because your website doesn't generate any leads, or it doesn't generate enough leads in order to make your website a reliable lead generation channel. So in this video, I'm going to detail exactly how you can start generating leads through your website using the exact same process that I use to take a business from 5 inbound leads per month all the way up to 50 to 60 inbound leads per week. And I'm also going to cover the biggest mistake that I see website owners make when it comes to generating leads. I'm going to break it down to 3 steps. Now, the method that you use is going to vary depending upon your business, depending upon the competition. However, step 1 is always get eyeballs on your website. Once you've done this, you can now move on to step 2. And I am going to assume that because you're watching this video, you're already getting visitors onto your site. However, if you're not, feel free to check out the other videos on my YouTube channel. An example of this is a website that I've been working on for over a year now. And you can see when we first started working with them that they were getting around 70 visitors per month. They hadn't done step 1, so they hadn't got eyeballs on the website. What we then did, we then got eyeballs on the site and 100x the website traffic within about 10 months. And we then put them in a position in order to go on to step 2, which I'm going to take you through right now. However, before we get on to step 2, I'm just going to ask you one question. When was the last time you filled out a contact form? One of the biggest mistakes that I see website owners make is relying on contact forms. If you're relying on something like this in order to capture leads on your website, that is probably one of the biggest things that's killing your lead generation. Why? Well, the data shows that only 3% of target customers are ready to buy from us right now. And a contact form, if someone fills out one of those, they're most likely right at the end of the buying journey, i.e. they're ready to get started and they want to start working with you. So if you're only relying on a contact form, you're turning away 97% of your target customers, and that is assuming that the 3% of target customers find your website when they're at the point of being ready to buy. So that means 97 people out of 100 that come to your website aren't ready to buy. So if you're only relying on a contact form in order to get their contact information, then you're seriously missing out on some of the biggest ways that you're going to generate leads through your site. And to solve that, I'm going to want you to follow step 2, and that is adding lead generation magnets to your website. And a lead generation magnet is a piece of value that you give to website visitors in return for their contact information. You've most likely seen them many times before, and they come in different forms. Examples could include ebooks, checklists, infographic, webinars, maybe even the free version of the software. Essentially, all they are is a free piece of value that you get in return for giving your contact information. And on the value point, nowadays, your lead generation magnet has to be so good that your competitors would charge in order to provide it. Because unfortunately, nowadays, people judge you based upon how good your free stuff is. And you're not proving to them that they would get value from you if they hired you or bought your product or service. So providing free value up front is one of the best ways to capture the contact information so that you can nurture them, start to move them through the funnel, but it's also one of the best ways to convince them that you're the right person in order to hire or buy from. Maybe it's a banner on one of your web pages or even blog posts, pop-ups. There need to be something that essentially captures the intention of people when they're on the website. They're then interested by the free value, and that free value is high enough that they're willing to give over their contact information. Now, as an example here, this is my website, SEO Space, and we made the SEO plugin for Squarespace. And one of our best lead generation magnets is actually the free plan on our SEO plugin. What this does, it gives you an SEO score, and it gives you things that you need to fix on your website in order to rank up search engines. As you can see, I've got some things that I need to solve here. And in my opinion, and also in the opinion of our target customers, this is so good that our competitors charge for it. And in fact, many competitors of ours, they actually charge for our SEO software. This plan is completely free. Obviously, this plugin gives you a lot of things that you need to solve. However, you may not fully understand them. In that case, you'll go on these explanations, watch our video tutorials, watch tutorials on my video. So you essentially embed yourself within the SEO Space ecosystem. You watch more of my videos, more of my free stuff, and you build up trust in me, which again makes it more likely that someone's going to buy from me in the future. So our plugin is one of the best lead generation magnets that we have. However, it does then unveil a wider problem. Ultimately, to make these fixes yourself, it's still going to take a lot of time. They've realized in order to make make all these fixes, if they don't want to invest the time themselves, they've then found SEO space and they're more likely to hire us. So this is our lead generation magnet that gets our foot in the door. But if they're a business that doesn't have the budget to hire us, what this plugin also does, our free plan doesn't get you access to data. So it doesn't actually allow you to add keywords, find data about those keywords, and figure out whether they're the right keywords for your website. So what we then have is a paid version of the plugin where you can do all of that. So that is an example to hopefully help you understand lead generation magnets even more, to then apply it to your own business. So now you're getting traffic to your website and you've also added lead generation magnets onto your site. It's now time for step 3. And step 3 is where you're going to use data in order to crank up your lead generation. And what I mean by this, now you're capturing leads and getting traffic to your website, you can now start using data to increase your visitor to lead conversion rate. I want you to use Google Search Console, find the search terms that people are finding your website through, and then provide lead generation magnets that matches up with the intent of their search term and the reason they're visiting your website. And don't worry, I'm going to show you an example about this in a second. If you're getting a lot of people visit your website, see your lead generation magnet, maybe they click on it to learn more, but they're not filling out your contact information completely, that may mean it doesn't stand out enough. It may mean it doesn't provide enough value. And by using data, you're going to start to figure out whether your lead generation magnet is really eye-catching enough, which can then allow you to formulate a plan to make it more valuable and to make it so good that your competitors would charge for it. And just to show you an example linking to the first one that I gave around earlier around search intent, you can see here that this is one of my clients. They're getting clicks for how to start a storage business. When you go into Google, you can see that they're ranking position 0. And what we saw here is that the intent behind this search term is people that want to learn how to start a storage business. We were already getting the traffic to the website. However, there was no real way in order to capture those visitors as leads until we then added a banner in the article. There's then also a pop-up that comes up. It grabs a customer's attention and then pushes them towards a lead generation magnet, the ultimate self-storage ebook that they can then download. And this is one of the ways that we took these customers from, as I said, 5 inbound leads a month to 50 to 60 inbound leads per week. So what I want you to do is match up how people are finding your website, match up your lead generation magnets to the intent of how you're being found, and then create an incredibly valuable lead generation magnet that is so good that competitors would charge for. And that is going to be the key to getting more leads through your website. And of course, that is only the beginning. Now you're starting to capture leads, you're going to have to engage them. You're going to have to bring them through the buyer journey until they're at the point that they're ready to buy from you. However, because you are getting target customers, contact information, you're much further on than you were when you first started watching this video. And just to finish up, one thing that I just wanted to emphasize, if you have an offer that is no different to the competition in the market, if you don't have a lead generation magnet that really captures the attention of your target customers, and if you're not getting enough eyeballs to your website, you are not going to be capturing leads. So I need you to be brutally honest after watching this video. Really analyze your website to make sure you're ticking off the 3 steps that I spoke about. And if you're not, bring together an action plan in order to make sure that you can tick off all of those to get to the point where you can start generating leads, whether it's SEO, whether it's social media marketing, whatever it is. Add that lead generation magnet, use data, and add an action plan in place. And if you need help with any of those steps, whether it's generating more traffic or capturing leads, make sure you subscribe to this YouTube channel. And if you want to see a video where I break down how you can generate lead generation magnets and what they should include, make sure you leave a comment below, and I'll be sure to make a video on it very, very soon. Thanks again, and hopefully I'll see you in the next video.